Carolina, Caleb Love.
Styles off.
Dio John has just been terrific early here. Little stack set here. The curl.
Dio flips it right to the rim and in. A great awareness. There's that size advantage you wanted. And puts it up.
Carroll, feisty under there.
Manic 0 for 4, so a struggle in this first half.
Doesn't
for him. And Carroll has the first make.
And on rebounds, the denial, obviously the changes, hurries, blocks.
They're a different team with him on the floor.
Moore, stutter steps and drive in and dish off the floor and a dunk. Williams comes right in.
Back Buffalo, he beat you with a 3.
Now he drives in and Williams able to block. David Williams.
Gave a cushion.
Roach thought about it. Will come back out.
Van Carroll's got to touch the ball here on this possession.
Absolutely. And then Roach has got to shoot the floater. Don't get too deep on penetration. Nice pass.
Underneath. And it goes. Dribble drive. Chris likes.
And he'll put you on your heels. Take you to the stool. Tough shot, though.
He was looking for a call. Wasn't there.
Roach got a bump there.
Moore. Keels. And the Blue Devils go up.
I was at the game.
Working the broadcast.
I was there, too, as a spectator.
Yeah, hit the winner to beat Syracuse.
So last time he paid for a ticket. Right out of the timeout. What a call.
And Carroll. McCullough.
Shot.
Tap. Comes out to Griffin. Moore surveys. Knows he's got Banchero on the wing.
How about that? Nice find. Dale's made. Trey, big time.
He had foul trouble in that Notre Dame game, so wasn't really out there much, but super talented.
Yeah, showing you why his first team all Big 12. Over the top, they got him. And Williams.
And Raph, you see the value there, Hogarth getting into the paint, finding shooters, what he did Friday night as well.
Jim Hauser had really struggled prior to the game.
Only one double-figure scoring game in his previous 14, and that was 11 against Illinois. Comes up with 27 come tournament time.
Nice pass and entry.
And keep going to Williams, and he hits the shot.
It's defective.
Spartans have missed their last 8 shots. Scoreless for 4.5.
He does a great job spreading you. You got to cover a lot of areas on the floor. This is a driver. He is so strong.
Hogarth, right after the words from Coach Izzo.
That's why you've got to stay at home. Hauser, one three-pointer in the first half. They need his numbers.
He's now 1 for 3. And Van checks.
And 2 plays in a row. Van Carroll on both ends, stepping up.
Mike always talks about next play.
Well, every play from this point forward, absolutely crucial. And Carroll.
He's got what he wants here.
Bateman trying to guard him. Stop. 5 to shoot. Back out to Roach. He's going to launch a 3. Oh! 8, and let's get it started. The last dance for Coach K and the Blue Devils is underway.
And Jim Van Hiller right now a little minute by the Titans.
The Titans, obviously a small team, did not rebound well in the Big West regular season. Of course, they didn't see a team as big as Duke. They must block out on the glass.
Nice pass. Thanks for pass.
Oh, and it ends up with Williams. Transfer from Tennessee has it right now. Here he is from the free throw line. And that one rattles out.
He can flat out play in the city.
Confident player. Goes led to the championship.
Duke comes back from the corner. There's a 3. And Banchero.
Soft help on that false one.
And another block. That time by Roach.
Pretty good.
And at the end, he scores. Titans looking for something.
What a defensive set that was. Choked the attack. What a driver this kid is. Keels. Strength.
Anasicki needs to get going.
Tough shot, but right there on the catch. Oh, big hero. And Williams with a quick basket. Be on the perimeter there. Wasn't really jumping the passing lane.
Right now, Duke looking indecisive with their execution on the offensive end. Surprising coming out of the half.
Little mix-up in the look has thrown them off. More nice hesitation.
Good pass.
Griffin had a couple of looks in the first half. Automatic hit him, but this time he down to Duke.
Duke has scored 8 of its points in the paint. They're attacking off the dribble and touching the paint, which is providing them some easier opportunities. A little horn set up top, and then a staggered screen up top.
And Jeremy Roach is into the game. Mark Williams is out, so Mike Krzyzewski has already downsized his lineup here against the Hokies. And Roach makes it pay off right away. And how about the dish to McGusty?
And not charging. I mean, Charlie Moore knew exactly where the defender was, trying to get in front of him so he might charge into him, and just caught Cam McGusty streaking down the right side of the floor.
Wendell Moore Jr. with a nice look. Boy, the way this one is going. Wong lost it, got it back. A couple of tips, but nothing doing.
Miller was right there for the tip-in.
Keels lays it in. Duke by 4. Comes out firing, and it's the biggest lead of the game for Syracuse.
Triangle and 2 again. Cole Swider just coming off that pin-in screen or pin-down screen and wide open.
And it looks like Duke is determined to go inside. Mark Will.
And the turn and pass back out. Jimmy Boeheim looking a little like Buddy on those shots. Good cut.
And a great extra feed from Moore to Williams.
But I get it.
So John Bolajak into the game for the first time. Williams scores off the.
For Syracuse, can make a perimeter shot.
Boeheim tipped down to Banchero. Keels in transition to lay it in.
And speak to Buddy before this game and give him some words of encouragement. But they have been friends. They have done 3 stints with USA basketball together. A very special moment.
Really just can't leave Swider or Girard, period.
And it feels like Syracuse is going to need all 3 of their scores, Swider, Girard, and Jimmy Boeheim going, if they're going to have a chance. So Swider with 4, Girard with 3. The foul situation of concern for the Orange. Roach in the corner. Another one. Huge minutes up.
And had Torrance right under the basket, but with all the pressure, couldn't turn and see him. Duke can take their time here. But they're going to bring Paolo Banchero up in the middle. Once he gets the ball, Sidibe's got to come get him. And it's 2-on-1 on the backside.
And that's where Williams could be a problem. Moore. Kicks to Roach. Got it!
It doesn't.
It's been a different story so far today.
Yeah, but usually you get out rebounded when you miss that many shots. I mean, Duke shot almost 60%, and Carolina shot in the first half. They shot in the 30s. So you're missing that many shots. The defense can have a big advantage going after the ball.
Banchero for 3. Transfer from Virginia, who has been dealing with a sore knee, has not played in 5 games. As Williams lays. Shot clock at 7. Love with a step back 3, short. Duke ball.
Just too tough of a shot for Caleb Love.
Griffin for 3.
That was still a pretty good shot. And Davis did a great job of keeping his dribble.
Mannix got his hands full tonight with Banchero, doesn't he? Made him give it up. Now Williams. Yes.
To continue to attack Brady Manick or try to look into the post and go against Armando Bacot. And then if they kick it out, you got an open 3, good for you.
Open 3, Keels. Yes.
Bacot wipe that away.
Manick blocked by John. Banchero finishes. Boy, what a...
Carolina was so physical on that inbound.
A.J. Griffin with a rejection on Love. Mark Williams at the other end.
Duke knocking off Syracuse 97-72. Really a blowout in the Carrier Dome on Saturday. Here's Banchero and all net. One of the best shooters in the country. And the confidence he's growing makes Duke even more dangerous come NCAA tournament.
And more versatile. And when you think about, I mean, they can play in so many different ways as Trevor Keels has gotten it going. And again, that's really where they've been different. They've been better on the road this season than they have at home, and that's probably the easiest bucket. Trevor Keels' foot across his body to square the shoulders and finish it off. And again, at 6'10", 250, I mean, you know, there are guards that can't do that. And you're talking about with that type of size, and you see his ability to handle the basketball. Duke may be the only team in the ACC running 4 or 5 pick and rolls with he and Williams.
Guess who's showing up in the second or negative way?
Oh, they're all negative. It's all negative. It's never positive when I talk about him.
You two are great friends.
Oh,
by now, we should know that.
That's my brother, no question about it. My other brother, Grant Hill, name drop, or shout out, whichever you call it. Now feels as though, oh, okay, Trevor.
Again. And the fans can take a seat, 14-2.
And that's where Buddy has an advantage. Smaller guards, he can put them on his hip and find a way to get the basketball up on the glass.
Banchero passing out of the double. Swung to Keels here. Keels, the freshman. Pass tip, but Banchero will fire it anyway, and it just not missed.
Do I have your permission to start the Boeheim 50 push? And he looked at me and he said, I kind of like the way that sounds. I hadn't heard it before, but I'm not going anywhere. So that's it. It's the Boeheim 50 charge.
That, however, was before the game tipped off, because I think he's aged about 5 years in the first half.
That is very true.
On the baseline, tough movement traffic by Griffin.
Mark Williams has owned the paint thus far on both ends of the floor.
So the Duke Blue Devils coming in at 24-4, ranked number 7. As Buddy is on target. Under 4 minutes to go. Duke 48, Syracuse 23.
And it's too often we've seen for Syracuse this season, Buddy has been all of the offense for the Orange in this game.
To 49, so again, a little bit of life here for the Orange.
And how about the offense that Syracuse is getting for Garama Sidibe, stepping up 9 points for him, and his action has been limited throughout the year because of injuries.
Banchero weaving in. Williams tied up, got the pass away. Shot clock at 9. Here's Roach. Moore on the baseline. They moved it beautifully, and Williams with a foul too. So a crowd of nearly 32,000 spent a lot of time on their hands in this one because Duke was just sensational right out of the gate.
And there was a number of runs. Syracuse put up a couple of runs as Roach.
Family members here from California and Hawaii watching him as well.
Yeah, 21. Had a chance to meet him yesterday after practice. Really nice people, and they couldn't be prouder of Kihei.
Keels down.
As aggressive as he's been in this second half. Duke trying to isolate Paolo Banchero down the low post. Moore set a little back screen for him.
Strong drive to the baseline, finds Moore. Roach for 3, and his big
floater. If the big guy helps up, he drops it down to Shedrick for the dunk.
Griffin back in now that Duke has the ball. So Williams on defense, Griffin on offense right now for Mike Krzyzewski.
Well, Griffin with Shedrick on him. He should look to drive that.
Another 3 for Griffin.
What a play by Fletcher. Off 2 feet, on balance. Tough finish off the glass.
Get past to Griffin. Connects for 3. Worley. When he was fouled. Theo John an outlet. Wendell Moore. Long bounce pass to Griffin. Wow. That was a nice feed from Justin Linder. 8 points for Cameron Fletcher. Clock at 4. Keels for 3. Yes. Orland turns it over. Wendell Moore. The hit ahead to Bancaro. Lays it in.
This year when Coach Hall's banner was raised to the rafters in Rupp. Which Coach Hall passed this year as well. Leonard Hamilton has broken a lot of color barriers in his time. Incredible gentleman in the game. He was telling us about his conversation with Coach Krzyzewski this morning, that they had a phone conversation like
the ball in your hands, and then Coach Forbes told us we kept our word.
They sure did, Brooke, because at Oklahoma under Lon Kruger you had Austin Reeves and you had Brady Maddock running the middle third pick and roll, and he was in the corner, so he didn't get a lot of touches, and he has certainly played with the ball in his hands all season.
Last year they come in to this game 20-6, a complete turnaround for the Deacons. They're still growing, still developing the program. And one of the things that Forbes told us earlier this year, you better fall in love with your team and blend them quickly because they're probably going to go someplace.
Possession right now, if you're waiting, without having Dallas Walton get a touch. Good ball movement.
Excellent passing, and then wide open Roach in the corner. Eastern time on ESPN, also streaming live on the app. And then College Game Day going back to Tucson, surging Oregon team to take on a Wildcat squad led by Benedict Matherin, who looks like a Final Four contender, ranked 3rd in the country. Looking forward to getting back to the Tail Center. Always given us a great reception for College Game Day when we've been there.
You make a play for someone else. Seems like that's been the message that Coach K has been sending to Bancaro, and he has responded.
Bancaro almost double dribbled that time. Got it to Moore. Powell has size advantage on Alondis Williams. Shoots over him and gets it to net.
As they had a fantastic atmosphere here a couple nights ago when they played NC State. BC women's basketball coach Joanna Bernabé-McNamee thanking the fans and the student body for coming out and helping their cause as they took number 5 NC State to overtime. But there's Mark.
Here comes Collins with a lane, steps around Bancaro, flips it wide. Now Duke looking to run.
That's the presence of Mark Williams sprinting back to make a play at the rim.
Williams wants it, gets it.
Do a good job of getting back and get organized in their transition defense.
Shefflin had another opportunity. Hall misses it. Didn't get enough into his jump on the dunk try. And a 3 at the other end. How many games can you remember, Debbie, when there has been a play with animus like that one, where the coaches have come to the middle and the player has embraced the opposing head coach?
I've never seen that before, where David Collins comes over to apologize and Mike Krzyzewski gives him a hug.
Williams. Right over the top. Break. Now quickly down the floor, it's Williams, who didn't have to go any.
Buckets in space, away from the basket, not trying to pound inside against the best shot blocker in the ACC.
Open look from the corner, that's going to fall. For this year, he said he hadn't been a guy to come off the bench since his freshman year in high school. Moore drew 3 defenders, and Williams. Hemingway. It's Williams to the basket. He's tall enough to grab. It's Williams.
The offensive rebound, it's a miss, and Duke has it. Had a couple good looks on their most recent trip. An opportunity to extend the lead. Crowd rallying behind their team. Double team coming. Bancaro beat it last time. And again the pass on the skip.
Clear that Paolo Bancaro wanted to go after Armando Bacot, make him guard on the perimeter.
Puff Johnson just into the game, and Griffin overpowers him. Oklahoma.
Yeah, that's his 50th three on the season. Carolina's got three guys that have made 40 or more threes on the year. And in this difficult time, Dan was here in Raleigh and flew back to be with his family when he learned the news.
We keep our thoughts with Dan Shulman the entire nights.
Alabama led by Jaden Shackelford. They played. I was at Auburn the other night watching Alabama and Auburn go against each other. And they're very good defensively. It's sort of an old school Duke team that pressures the ball and gets more out in passing lanes. And North Carolina has not had success in trying to back cut or pressure release against this Duke pressure.
Banchero along the baseline score.
Make sure they get him his minutes, but Notre Dame is much more dangerous with Krzyzewski at the 5, and I believe Mike Brey will use that lineup more often.
Williams with a deep touch.
Expecting a high-scoring game.
Wesley and Williams got another one. Duke in transition. Banchero lays it in. A little bit. Duke, one of the top teams in the country. Everybody would acknowledge that. Who's going to step up? I mean, Miami's had a really good year. They lead the conference standings right now. Notre Dame came in very hot. They're down 19. They're down 21.
Mike Krzyzewski on now this farewell tour for Coach K. And also a bottle of Makers with Mike Krzyzewski's face etched into the glass. If you come to Louisville, I guess you got to get a bat, got to get some bourbon, right? I mean, that's talking to Kenny Klein, the athletic director in charge of communications for Louisville. He said, well, we couldn't bring a horse. A bad thing for a possession to feature a touch by Banchero. And after that game against Clemson, this is what he said. Winning time. Coach drew up the play for me again. Put the trust in me to score down low. I had no choice but to finish. I guess if Coach K tells you to do it, you got to go do it. Here is Banchero with the size advantage inside. Absolutely no block, but still time for a catch and shoot. Moore throws it in. Griffin lets it go. Knocks it down!
Theo John came over to help.
Griffin for three. Got it.
Big front line for Duke.
The lob, Roach has to gather. Can't lay it in. The back tap, Banchero able to corral it. Wide open three. The back tap again, and Moore will settle it down. Griffin tries again. He's got another!
Ball movement has been very good throughout this game. Brownell up near midcourt, exhorting his team, trying to get a defensive stop. Banchero's
5-4 ball screen again.
in second half. Paulo Banchero overhaul.
The opening possession of the game. And the first turnover of the game. A.J. Griffin in transition. Duke, the highest scoring team in the league. They are 14-3, coming off the overtime loss down in Tallahassee on Tuesday.
Dan, I can't tell what defensive Syracuse is in, but I think it's a 2-3 zone.
Keep working on it. You'll get the hang of it. A.J. Griffin, 45% from vacated by the NCAA. He still has the second most wins in men's Division I history, next to, of course, the guy down the way from him today, his good friend, Mike Krzyzewski. Of course, the two of them, Jay, as you well know. Wow. Coached together for a number of years. His assist-to-turnover ratio much better than last year, and he's leading the ACC at both three-point percentage and free-throw percentage. Sweet move by Paulo Banchero.
They've averaged 14 turnovers a game against Florida State, and they coughed it up a few times against NC State. But overall, this has been a shorthand.
Symir Torrance.
He is so explosive off the dribble. And he's provided a really big lift to Syracuse in this game.
Frank Anselm is back for Sidibe, who wasn't in there for long, as Joey Baker knocks down a three. The rim and a bounce down. Just 22 points in the half. And now the lead grows to 14.
And he's long, so he can shoot over you, even fading away. It's tough to bother or block that shot.
4 minutes into the second half, Duke by 13. Roach for three. They're 8.
Jalen Blake's number 2. He's working on his shot. He is a really long-armed guard that is an excellent defender. He's going to be a really good player.
And I had an opportunity to really break it down with Anthony Polite, who took the charge earlier. Anthony Polite says that he and Caleb Mills lead in EGBs, but Malik Osborne says he's the leader. So we've got a discrepancy going on right now.
Well, listen, Corey, if freshman Matthew Cleveland has a say in it, he says that Malik Osborne is the best at EGBs and Raekwon Evans would be second because of their energy and consistency.
Well, you like the fact that they're all fighting over the belts on this one. Jeremy Roach, who is now another one. John Butler with 3 3-pointers already in the game.
Leonard Hamilton talked to us earlier about the fact that John Butler only played 9 minutes at Syracuse, and he needed to get him more minutes, but he went with his veterans to end that game, with Butler making his presence felt here in the first half to make sure he gets more minutes in this one.
Nice pass inside and a strong finish by Williams.
What a great transitional plan, and Coach K is really pleased with how everything has progressed. He said John Shire is sort of a half a head coach all season anyway. It's really interesting to see that success could continue here. And of course, it's exactly
Williams back the other way. Tied at 29. Risky cross-court pass read by Trevor Keels. 4-on-2. Keels a 3. He's got it!
For your team, and you can tell they got the message coming into this one on the road.
Right back inside to Trevor. In the last 5 minutes, Duke no made field goals. Alonda's Williams denied at the rim. All the way up ahead to Keels. Only 3 points.
But he's impacted the game in other ways, in particular right there. Full setup by Williams, the leader in assists in the ACC. He is one of the top guys, and love how he operates in the open floor. Beautiful find for his teammate.
Here's Banchero. 24 points for the freshman's name tonight. Feeding inside, Jeremy Roach. Wake Forest entered undefeated at home, 10-0. Entered Duke into the equation. The Blue Devils hungry after losing to Miami, and there's the chance. Coming into Cameron and have built an early 8-point lead.
Jay, you can see the adjustment already by Coach K, getting Mark Williams out of the game, going with a smaller lineup and bringing in A.J. Griffin.
Inside to Theo John. Goes up strong over a double.
Some touches. Nice little jump hook that time by John.
Miami continuing to be aggressive, that time through Cam McGusty, doubling up Duke 16-8.
Jay, both he and Isaiah Wong, 2 of the most difficult.
Duke on a 7-0 scoring run. Wardenberg trying to snap it. That rattles in and out. Trailing 3 Roach.
And then defensively, it's simple as this. Miami's not running any gimmicks. They're just beating guys off the dribble. They got to do a better job stopping ball from Wardenberg has put on a clinic on how to make passes to backdoor cutters.
Banchero posting up. Takes it into 2 guys. Count it. Plus. Wendell Moore Jr. behind the back. Lays it on. Banchero delivers. Poked away. Banchero.
The MVP of the NBA for every year. You know, at that point, like right now, Coach K, because everyone expects for Duke to be so great.
On in the ball game, Corey.
And maybe Michael DeVoe was conserving energy in the first half, but this was the Michael DeVoe we were expecting to see coming into this game, the ACC's leading scorer. And now, close to his average, 21 points per game, as A.J. Griffin come through with a
Columbus for that game. Zed Key was fantastic. His interior presence was a big factor.
He is all Duke for, 42 years.
He is such a good player.
Named preseason first team All-ACC. A quick strike.
Well, it's been one-on-one in the post for Keve Aluma, and Duke has not sent a second defender to double. But the calculus has got to be they would rather go with that than have Virginia Tech launching up threes on. Hunter Couture, when he gets a shot that wide open, he rarely misses.
Yeah, he's 44% beyond the three. 2/3 of his shots have come out there. Moore looking inside. Griffin, yes!
What's it like for these guys, the Phoenix? You've seen Cameron a million times on TV, but now you're on center stage.
Yeah, you can't get beat in layup lines.
Right.
You have to believe that you're supposed to be here and should be here.
He's got 5, and that brings the Phoenix back to within 4.
And that's what they do, Doug. They take threes. They attempt 28 a game. They make 10 a game. This is a volume three-point shooting team.
Great wrap around by Trevor Keels. He's got 4.
Well above the fray.
Under 9 minutes remaining first half. Nice look inside. Banchero goes up strong and lays it in.
Three-point line necessarily, because that's what teams want. You want him with that size away. And his post-up game is good. Don't get me wrong.
Love that baseline out of bounds to find Keels for 2 more. He's Phoenix better, and they have performed extremely well in the CAA tournament the last 2 years, including last year going from a play-in game all the way to the championship game. And so that's what they're hoping. This experience, as much as anything, is Williams again just turns and shoots over a much smaller defender.
You know, the crowd against you, it always gets the juices flowing.
Step back for Delph. Got nothing but air and picked off by Moore. And you're right. I mean, the students have already had their exams. Most of them have headed home. Griffin again. Yes, pretty sweet.
Was able to play on Saturday. And so they were able to get Tavares Hardy, the Loyola Greyhounds, to be able to come in and play. And when you look at that, I mean, at my hotel alone, there's a group from South Dakota. You know, Duke shirts on, flew in to be able to make it to a Duke basketball game, especially in the final season of Coach K.
Boy, nice little
between him in the summer of 2018. He was very quiet. He was loud in 2019. He was more of a leader. He was more vocal.
Keels will finish that one. Balance of the first half.
And Coach K talked to his team about making sure that this game was played at their pace. App State.
Coach K said he couldn't remember ever having a layoff that long. Here's Forrest, and that barely touched the netting. Moore for the corner. Roach. Yes, he's going to fire on and hit it.
But one thing that Wendell will tell you, the first thing, he's never played an NCAA tournament. And again, when you come to Duke, it's almost like a rite of passage.
Sure. Over the top. Here's Williams.
They keep feeding Zed Key. Backing Williams all the way under. And access denied by Williams.
That shows his shot blocking prowess. Blocked 6 shots per 40 minutes.
And they turn that block.
Spell Mark Williams, who was absolutely spectacular in that game. Just a bad pass.
Yeah, it was.
Joey Baker had an arm out in the passing lane. You got to make a pass fake first.
Buckeyes have 5 turnovers early. John going to work there. Pretty.
And create some space.
He bangs with Kyle Young. He fades away. Young keeps it alive. And into the corner. Banchero knocks it down. That's a
different look.
Turn around and shot. Free throw line, no good. Young could have grabbed that. Instead, he tried to slap it out. And here comes a pretty lay-in. Boy, Jeremy Rhodes.
To go.
59-51. And they made their free throws. They have the lead here. 4 of 14. They've missed 10 of them. That ball is good. 3-pointer, kind of a...
Tough to make a pass with 7-4 on you.
Keels for 3. Out. And another opportunity for the Zags. Strother misses a good look from the corner.
Shots seem to be rushed right now, but Anton Watson did a great job of tapping that out. catches. Everything in the half court has been pushed out a little bit further on the floor. Good cut.
Going to have to stay out there and give the Zags big minutes, and you wonder if they'll try to go right at him.
They should. I mean, he's an experienced player. Great job on the screen roll to do that.
Big loss for the Zags. Timmy to the bench with 4. Limited minutes tonight. Great cut again, but Strother misses the reverse.
Great outlet by Williams.
Roach. Baker with a great shot fake, and Duke has the lead.
We told you the Citadel's going to launch threes all night long. That's what they've come out and done so far, Huck.
And the key thing, Duke has contested. You said it earlier. Those are contested threes.
Not a contest. Caro, the air goes up strong. Swatted away by Theo John. Here's Wendell Moore Jr. Kick out. Caro at 3. It falls. Off in trouble. A swarm of Duke jerseys in there. All the way up to Roach for the easy finish. And they've made their last 3 triples.
Yeah, and that's excellent spacing, excellent offensive execution, little dribble handoff. Again, the communication not there for Duke, and you know they're going to shoot threes. You have to be there on the catch.
Jeremy Roach has the
7, but they've made 4 of their last 5. Duke still an 8-point lead. Blue Devils shooting 5 of 14 from 3 themselves.
On the timer. Caro goes up with it and connects. Big Duke run. The Crazies are alive, loud and proud. Williams the block. Here's Caro in transition. Feed inside to Moore. Here's Roach on the cut. That's beautiful basketball. The Citadel, they're going to keep chucking threes, and for good reason. That's the 11th triple to drop tonight for the Bulldogs, shooting 55% from 3, and yet they're down by 16.
But they're still hanging around, and the thing with them is if you can shoot the 3 ball like they do, you're going to have a chance.
How about Mark Williams? Now, in season, is to be the best associate head coach he can be for Coach K, while also having half an eye on the future of the program. As Mark Williams throws another.
But that one I would disagree with right there.
Or feed to Caro, who puts it in. Wendell.
This year, back to a packed house. It is so difficult to play in here. One of the most difficult places to play on the road.
Look out!
His skill set.
A.J. Griffin muscling his way to the rim for 2.
He had nothing else but to do but goaltend. Excellent execution on the offensive side.
Keels launches a 3 and hits it.
You know, in the second half, again, I think Williams is a guy, or Caro, get them in the post.
Right on cue, Mark Williams.
Averaging just 61 points per ball game. Kareem Reed with an inspire.
Now Gardner-Webb obviously trying to go into Reed early, and the first one Williams blocked, and that one Williams I think really bothered that. It's trying to get the ball up over a 7-foot guy.
Trevor Keel. Williams plucked away by Williams. Nick Roach.
This guarding you have to put yourself in position where your teammate can throw you a pass, and that's what Badness did.
Moore to Williams. Another dunk from Mark.
Carolaro against Moore. Off the front rim. Then Caro pulls down his 3rd rebound of the game.
And no Mark Williams to start the second half. I think in part, this is really not a game for him. I mean, with the way that Campbell plays their offense, there's not really a matchup out there for Williams.
And Caro playing the 5.
And that helps.
Jumper. Clemens misses. Keels comes away with it. Baker, corner 3 in front of the Duke bench is good. Find Clemens for the finish. The pirouetting dish for the Spaniard.
He's really good, and he's starting in place of Joshua Lusain, their talented junior who starts, at that 5 position for them.
Henderson, three-pointer off the heel. Moore hit ahead. Roach on the other end. That will count. Is good. Henderson with 18 now. Double-double for the senior from Memphis, Tennessee. 10 rebounds, a couple of assists as well. Duke using clock here with 5 seconds left. Moore kicks it out. Joey Baker, and that should just about do it.
3 against Kentucky. Keels had that only 3 the other night.
Josh Caldwell in close with a misfire. He's Army's best player. He's their top returning man and a senior. How about this quick start? Another one in the air. Back here for Dove. Not there. So a couple of big defensive stops here for the Blue Devils. And Carroll thought about it. Now, the other thing about talking about Coach K's career, we talk about the national championships and all the wins. He won 3 gold medals, of course. It was a tremendous spin move inside. Keels out around midcourt. For the corner, Jones, yes! And so the Blue Devils will have it on the baseline. More to check it in. Slick inbounds, and Keels with the finish off to Baker. Keels with a 3 coming. And tapped out, second effort. They will not wait. Swished in by Baker.
Active on the glass, though. We know he's going to block shots. Teams are going to have to game plan, scouting report for that. He's got to be more active on the glass and doing that. Knocked down a couple shots this half.
Oh, tipped up and in. High up there. Caldwell lines up at 3. Rebound coming out high, and the hustle there by Wendell Moore. Long pass ahead. Roach, he's wide open. Plenty of time. Got it. Half a dozen points. So it was 13 at halftime. Duke in the lead. It's back to 13 now. Shovel pass here underneath Keels. Hung in the air and lays it in. Blue Devils starting to open it up. Caldwell to the left hand. No. Banchero to push the tempo. Roach will set it up.
There you go. Call for it. Give it to him.
Banchero across court. Moore inside for the slam.
And that's why you...
Better and far more explosive. And Mike Krzyzewski was saying that, what a play. Wow. Boy, he has just got a knack. He follows the ball and always seems to go after it with 2 hands.
7 rebounds in just over 8 minutes for Oscar Tshiebwe.
Mark Williams down on the low block. They want him in that read spot in the short corner. Good pass.
Banchero.
And then Mark Williams just pins that up against the bucket.